to animate into Boom? Yeah, you wanna learn? Let's go! How to twin, how to do all of that kind of stuff. If you rely on Toon for making everything for you, you have no control over anything, chill. This is the exact process that I do on all the animation scenes that I have, just to move faster, animate, being efficient. So, let's go. Bam! I have my two main poses here. Bam, 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 bam. Well, this is the pose that we worked yesterday. And right now, I'm going to put the two keys to start in between it in the middle. Okay. Yes. You see this? Like, that's the timing that I want to get. Boom. Don't jump. Don't do this crazy stuff. So tenemos la... I changed to Spanish. So we have this one here and then this one here. Cool, let's move this one too. Bam. Bam. So, now I have to add more fingers here because what the heck is that? Because I forgot to do that on the previous video. Where is this brush? Awesome. And then we go 14. Bam. 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 No! Let me move this. Okay. Let me paint this and this. Awesome. And then this. Awesome. And I think it copies to the other side. Yes, girl. Awesome. So now, boom, click here. I want to work on the line thickness here because this should be thicker. This should be thicker, thicker, thicker. Thicker is going closer to camera. I want this to be thicker. Bam. Bam. Super sexy. Bam. Yeah, something like that. It's cool. Look at that. It's gross. Let me see the render. It's too much. It's too M. It's too much. Let me make this a bit. Yes, and yes, sometimes I have to stop from animating in order to fix all of this stuff, have everything ready to then go to the animation process. But sometimes we have to take a step back and check if all of this is working. Cool. Bam, 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 bam. And from here to here, we can color this, color this. Then this will transfer to the other side because I'm cloning these parts. Awesome. Now, I feel I need to move this dude a bit down, just the torso. Ah! So I am using my iPad because I like the flexibility of moving my everything around without having to. I hate cables, so now I'm using my iPad because I found a way of using my iPad on my MacBook as a second screen, and guess what? It's the best thing in the world. The only thing is that sometimes it does crazy stuff like selecting everything by accident. Bam, bam. So I opened that space so that we have some space between the hands and the... Dude, I'm doing everything in disorder, dude. Where's my mic? Because you see, I really wanted to start working. I just wanted to start this. Now I was not recording the audio, I was recording that audio, so now I'm going to translate the audio here. Let's go. I fix the poses. Bam, 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 bam. Here, I want to decrease the stretch of this dude. Even here I can do something, I can play around with the bot. Bam! And then we move this up. We move this up, we move this up. Cool. And now we are going to grab the legs. Feel it, feel the stretch, feel the stretch. Now I think we have a gap here, which I don't know why is doing that. Solved. Do you see that shit? That is the iPad stuff. Get out of here. And then I copy and paste here. Bam. So I can move this around as an amount. And then we have this. Bam, bam, bam. You know what? This dark line here, I think I can move up. Awesome. Then we go like this. Bam, 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 bam. Queremos it. We change this. Let's change the Spanish again. We want this. We want that. So let's try to get that. Before. What if when. Let me try something. I'm not sure about this. It might be fun. Let me draw it before. So I remember this show. I don't know in English the name, but in Spanish is Mansión Foster para Amigos Imaginarios. It's the foster house for imaginary friends. Yes, sir. Now remember this dude, Queso. This dude that was like this, and he was sliding down on a thing, and when he was sliding down, when he was like increasing the speed, it was like you, and when it was normal, it was like ooh. So maybe I can be like, this dude is like this, normal, and when this is stretch, it's like then goes to normal. So let's see if we can do that. Or is when Patrick Star was like this because he was accused because of this shell dude that he threw something to this shell and he was like in prison, so he was like this. And I remember SpongeBob was being like giving an announcement here like, yeah dudes, and he was like ba 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 ba. So maybe when this dude is normal, it's like this, and when it's a stretch, it's like So that will be fun to explore. Let's see. Bam, and from here to here. Maybe something like this. Yeah, something like this. Let's see if that is going to work. Bam. And then from here to here we can do something like this. Actually, I like that one. Like this. Cool. That's it. This is But what if I take this and it's like something like that? What is stupid? It's like Let's see. Let's try this one first. Cool. Let's try it. All of this is trying. So I'm going to move this layer towards the front. And now I'm going to trace with my rig. So this eye is going to go like this. Bam. There you go. Where is the eyelid? There you go, here. Bam. They grab the pupil. And I grab the pupil. Bam. Come on, dude. Tricky, because I screw up this layering because I wanted to do. Okay, nice idea, new idea. I can duplicate this, bam, and when I duplicate this, I can be like, you know what, the line art. I want the line art to be out of here, and I want the color art to be inside, mask by all of that stuff. So color art, and the color art will be masked by all of this. So that pupil here. This one. Ah, cool, is working. No. Come on, come on, come on, dude. This is color art. Standard color art. This is in the color art. Oh, okay, dude. Cut by the eye. Awesome. Not only by the eye. Cut by the eye. And also by the upper eyelid. Yes, no. Be cut by the upper eyelid and be revealed by the color art of the eye. There you go. And I also need you to be cut by the line art of the eye. Yeah, beautiful. On this other pupil here, we can change to number 3, and number 3, let me duplicate again just in case, and then we put this on the line art. Bam, so it's out of the eye there. Awesome. Awesome. Now I lost here the pupil. Where are you, dude? Beautiful. So bam, 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 bam. And then here I relax the eyebrows to make it chill. Bam. And then from here to here, I can move these like this. Bam. And then from here to here, this could be more like this, more chill. The mouth, we want the dump mouth here. Awesome. And then we have, good question, how I'll get to this mouth. Okay, I have to go here to the mouth, and then just change this one. I'll put this one here, and just pray that the Henry from the past that rigged this thought about this type of mouth. And no, he didn't at all. So I'm thinking. So I'm going here to the mouth, and I am going to create a new mouth. And this new mouth will be something like this. Stop. Don't move like crazy. So cool. And then from here to here, I want a sharper corner just to follow the guidelines of the design of this dude or do that. Bam. And then pencil later. Beautiful. And from here to here, you see, guys. Awesome. And from here to here, and from here to here, bam, skin, color. What is this thing? What is Ramon? Which is actually McLovin, but McLovin doesn't have to know this. Bam. Overlay. Now I'm going to grab the overlay layer. Then I'm going to connect this to the mouth. That's so important to know different tools, skills in this type of software, so you can have no limit at all on what you do. Way it moved. It's affected by the deformers, isn't it? You bad boy. What I'm going to do with you? Okay, I will just ignore everything. Cool. No worries. Chill out. Bam. Bam. And then we move this a bit. Yeah, get out of here. And then this part of the mouth will disappear here. And then we move the nose. Then we move the we move the nose. Into something like this. Come on. Come on. Cool. Ah! Ah! Awesome. Now we're ready to start animating. Cool? Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, cool. Let's. So we want this. So it's like so we don't have a slow out. We jump, and then we end up with something like this in the corners, and then we boom, we go down, boom, we go down, boom, we go down. Cool. So. I'm trying to find a sound. It's like, okay. Let's play around till we have that shit. So we have this. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, so this is going to be super fast. I think in one frame we can jump all the way there. Come on. You know what? I don't feel this is stretching too much. Let me try some stuff here. Maybe going from curve to straight here. Better. So we're moving this to a straight instead of a curve. And then we grab all of this. Awesome. And then we just stretch off this a bit more. And then we stretch all of this too. So cool. Yeah, better. Feels better. Feel we have more space to play around. Cafecito. Okay, bam. So I want here like a 99. And here I want to go bam, back and forward between these. So let's do something here. Let's grab this one here, bam. Maybe on the ones. I want this to be faster. No. Okay, maybe here, or again we can have this here and this here. So we go vam, we go back. We go back, not too much. Oh, I'm not revealing the timeline. Oopsie. So there you go. So let's go back again what I did. I have this. I have these two frames. And what I'm going to do is, look, all of these three frames in the middle is a range of frames that I have. So I have this pose and I have this pose here. And all in the middle is different range, different parts of the poses, like different range. So from here to here, I can grab this one in the middle and put it here. And it will be like pam, 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 pam. So I'm going to press Shift E. That is one of my powerful super shortcuts, just to cut off that. So I'm going to get something like this. But now, in order to avoid making this look like a loop like that, I want this to have more asymmetry, and the thing is like that. So instead of grabbing now this frame in the middle, I can grab something closer to this extreme. No, I need more range of movement. So let me grab this one again. Let me clean this. No, you know what? Let me just. Yeah, I can grab this one here. Cool. Bam. Let's see how this looks. So we have. Cool. So here we can have a super slow out here. Super slow out here. So we still feel like we are jumping bam towards that frame. Let's see. And from here we need to overshoot here. Ah! Ah! Yeah, we need an overshoot. It will be fun. It will be fun because I can even that overshoot super small. On that overshoot, I can even add some cool stuff on the dude too. So I'm moving all of this slowly. And here I can move this dude a bit down like this and move all of this down too. Look. There you go. And then here, the head, I can squash this entire head. Move that down a bit. Cool. Maybe also move a bit the arms. Too much. Too much. Cool. So we have like cool. And then we'll poop in the middle here. Oh! Oh! Awesome. Before continuing, let me mark this. This is like the start of the frames. Make sure it's the same. Awesome. And now, before copying and pasting this loop, because this is going to be just a simple loop, I'm going to fix here this dude, the head of this dude. Yes, dude, it's working. Ah! No! Is it? Oh, uh, uh, in here, for example, I can progressively open the mouth. And here, the thumb can. Maybe not that much, something like this already. And then here, I'm going to change the pivot point of the tongue. No, you know what? Oh, it doesn't have deformers. Cool, no worries. I can just skewing this thing around. I can get to something. Look, the same thing as adding deformers. And then I'll copy and paste this here. Bam. Ah! 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 Here, maybe I can even overshoot this even more here. And then from here to here. Maybe this could already be something like this. Too much popping around. In here, maybe this pupil can stretch too, huh? Let's see how crazy that will look like. Nice. Bam! 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 And like we're forgetting something. So I'm going to ask you if you already know me, if you already know what is my main priority in every project that I'm working on. What is the thing that I am missing to animate? I'm like Dora right now. Is the butt. Bam! Let's animate this dude. It's like when he's stretching, he's like, we can do something like. Bam, 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 bam. Let's look at that. There you go. Nah! 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 And then I'll just copy and paste this. Ah! 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 You know what? We can do something like ah! Ah! In the next one, in the next loop, we can hold these frames a bit more. Yeah, we can hold these frames a bit more, so we can do something like this. Yeah, because these are the same ones, so I can loop this. Awesome. I want to try something. It's like Then from here to here, let's connect these two. And then we copy and paste this loop. It's too fast, the first part. Maybe I can just use this one, and maybe I can hold this. interesting. He's like, ugh. Yeah, we need to here hold for a second. Cool. What's up? Beautiful. Then pam pam. Now we are going to have something here. Let's bring the pneumatic back again because we are going to have some. Yes, the P. So we need another pose here. We need another pose here. Yeah, let's create another pose in which the robot is like, it's like, and the dude is like, hmm, hmm. So we have to create that extra pose. So let's get rid of the animatic. Yeah, so we are going to move this dude a bit all the way that way. And then we're grabbing this dude. We move this body here. Yeah, we have a deformer here, nice. Adding this squashiness here. I can even move this down a bit more. Let me see animatic. I like what I have in animatic. Yeah, let's do something like that. Maybe something like this. No! Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. These eyes moving too much. Maybe I can just squash. I can squash that a bit. And then I'll grab the entire McLovin dude. No. Just... And we can move the neck and the head of this dude a bit down. Something like this. Bam. Then we move this up. Awesome. It's a surprise. He's like, huh? Cool. So oh, you know what? Let's interrupt all of this movement, all of this. So I'm going to copy all of this and we're interrupting this. Boom. It's like, and then the P starts coming from that side and we change. What happened here? What the heck happened here? I lost my pose. Awesome. Let me mark this thing here. Awesome. Now let's copy and paste all of this again. Bam. Bam. Dude, I start thinking about something and I think I screw up. I screw up because this dude on the previous scene was crying, was destroyed because Chihuahuas were totally killed by this dude. So now I'm thinking, this dude cannot be bored on this since instead, this dude could be ah ah. Yeah. Let's keep going. So it's like the P comes from that side. Oh, boo. You know what? I want all of this to be influenced by the P. There you go, something like this. Yes, I like that ending at the end. I like how everything just destroys and collapses. Amazing. Now let's keep all of that. Get out of here. Stop. Now here the eye can immediately move to this one. We don't need to in between all this thing. And the only thing that I can do here is also bam. Then I copy and paste this here. Bam. Oopsie. Cool. Awesome. Yes, sir. And then I copy this loop, which is going to be the ending for this animation. Marked frame, let's put this in yellow because it's going to be P, and this orange because it's going to be more P. And then we want this to go back to the original position here. And this is the trick until, what the heck, until we go to this pose here, we are going all the way that way, right? We're going to that way, cool. And this is the trick, look. 55, 33. We are going to twin all of this. We're going to twin all of this, but every one frame here in the middle, we're going to the opposite direction, so we create this feeling of so look at that, look. So we're going to the right, right? So here, instead of going to the right, I'm going to the left a bit. Here, I'm going to the left too. A bit. Here, I'm going to the left too. Here, I'm going to the left. Here, a bit to the left. And here, a bit to the left too. And when we play this, you feel like we're going back again. See? And now I can grab the eye. Let me separate this a bit more so it slows in there. Let me grab this eye. And I'm going to start opening that eye a bit more until the P ends splashing on its head. So let me polish this a bit more. What the heck is this? Cover everything, dude. Now we're grabbing the eye here. Bam. And then from here to here, we're going to start opening that eye a bit. because the P is going to start reducing now. We are reducing the amount of P that the Chihuahua is going to be peeing on top of the head or the face of this dude. You know what? This is the ideal. Bam, not that much. And we want a slow out here, actually. Beautiful. Bam, 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 bam. Awesome. How long is this video? 40 minutes? Cool. We're almost done here. Cool. Now let's add another one that we call P. Let's do add some effects animation here. Here on the P, let me grab a color P. Let's use it orange. And then I'm going to open this and I'm going to start designing the P here. Should I look for reference or should I not? Yeah, something like that will work. Just designing simple P with the CSI curves and that'll be cool. Bam, something like this. Look at that P there. Bam. Awesome. There you go. We have the main P stream design. And now we're going to animate all of this. Okay, actually we're going to start here. Maybe here is going to be something like this. It's like, it's going there, it's going there, boom, but then here we splash. This is the splash. And then from here to here, the second frame. Boom. No, think. We can. Bam, bam. No, let's just create another crazy stuff here. Think how this P will look like. How I want this P to look like. Now I also need this to go like 10. I want to go to like this way, and then as normally P goes, then we can keep going that way, PM, and then eventually as the P starts getting out of energy, the P will start falling like this, and then like this. Cool? So that will be the main idea of the P. So boom. Here I can straight this. Bam, bam. Psst, psst. Let me get rid of this. And this is the interesting thing. I have no idea how to animate effects. I'm not an effects dude. But because I know how to design shapes, I can play around with some stuff and make it look cool. I can also look for reference and copy from the reference, but I don't want it right now. I just want to get something fast here. Bam. No, no. Decent. Bam, bam. Cool, let me simplify this. Oh, so maybe something like this. Okay. No! Oh! Fuck. Okay, shit. The app went disappeared from my screen for a second. Bam! Okay, we have the P. Bam, bam, bam. The P is getting more energy. It's coming from here, and then it's like bam, bam, and then from here we're staying straight for a second because we're peeing. So we're peeing here for a bit longer. This actually will go this way. So from here to here. Boom, boom. Bam, bam, bam. Awesome. Simplifying all of this stuff. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Then from here to here I can add more splashes around, why not? And more splashes here too. Why not? Bam, bam, bam. And then psst, psst. And then another one here. Just stop to drink some coffee. Bam, bam, bam. Should we go down already? Me, look at that shape. No, bam, bam, bam. Psst, psst. Actually, I like the thing that I did a second ago. No, I deleted it. Bam, 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 bam. 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 Awesome. And then from here to here. Oh, what? Shoot. Awesome. And then let's look how this is looking. Nice. It's like, you know what? I'll do something lazy right now. I'll loop this. There you go. And now I'm going to start lowering that P. So we can do something like this. Boom. Bam. I'm using all my brain cells right now. So it's normal that I cannot come up with more words. It's like the memory RAM of my brain just exploded right now. Bam. And then we're going down. So we can keep all of this little stuff like this. Like the P that is going to slide from the face of this robot. Well, this stream of P is going to break. And then this is going to drag this way. That piece super heavy, yeah? It feels super heavy. And then from here to here, this P is going to start just sliding down. And then from here to here, this disappears down. And then this starts to slide in there. Bam. And then this like this. Oh, the arm. Oosh, 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 oosh. So we can use this P and start going around the arm like this. Bam, around. So see, this go is going up like this. I'm seeing this volume of this P going down. Awesome. I think that's done. Yeah, we finished. Oh, let me extend this. I did all of this in one shoot. So we have this. Oh. Let me bring this
This way, let me expand exposure here, bam. There you go. Like, and look for the next scene. The next scene is really funny. And then there you go. That's a scene. See? This is the animation of this scene. That's it. Done. Next scene, and let's continue. This is how I animated Toon Harmony. This is actually how I work first with key poses, and then on top of those key poses, I put them apart. In the middle, I start using Toon Boom Twinning to help me look for those twins. But before I started to animate, I try to figure out the feeling, the sound that I want the timing to have. I do it with the mouth, I imagine it, and then I try to move everything around to get to that, to that specific sound, the way that I imagine this movement to look like. And then is when I start moving things in Toon Boom. So first comes the visualization, then comes the moving stuff in Toon Boom Harmony. Because in that way, I am not moving the frames around with no direction, and I'm not losing time figuring out that something that I might like, but I know what I want. I look for that, twinning using the keyframes here into Boom Harmony, and then boom, then the rest I have fun, and then I just keep exploding and improvising, because the best thing happens when we improvise. Planning everything like a neurotic dude, no, I don't like to work like that. So there you go. Hope you like this video, and if you like it, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you would like to learn all of this crazy stuff, I'm giving away everything that I know about all the drawing pro level concepts that I learned over the years on a free community that I created. Link below, and bye!